Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are around the whole world. The Unes Garonier stars for GH. And then me show, but the next time no is different because and then we will be also make and until now some year video intem. And until I'm basa until more moving video no muka who say time necessary by nepe and a time necessary because no me pese major tum send the major show no and until then mabantem no. Me say be a mafupi was sorry any idea, but it's all good. Video in the cell until no video me I mean because they're very important and they meet me skip because and then me will be come here so sorry we so last week no say me ka say me near ba so ne mama so free mu mama ne na wa na you know nam America has Virginia say wa hwere nkwa me ntimi ka say me trefi ana show no ntino me nko bia na bibi ntino na me kobi ntino na wo hu so ma black ni nyina no part of the reason why nti nhyeda nya de foforo bia ti ba cha munya abotema me na munya sopa na mutimi na ene first time a obetie mi na so be video nso na obobode ano hye na dem afoforo na afoforo so tie bi na obi anya bi na obi anso saka bi share bomode na share video ma me na de be boa ya me atimi ko anim na fi wa subscription no still am intimi hit 7,000 no because it's almost there because at the end of February no near hit 7,000 yetimi enro just a fraction can bi na yedu just a whisker like they do 7,000. See, more than maybe to do more into because me no, they made my name no. They can you know moment sem. See, more mo subscribe more me. Now fe into ko now Sigaro Sports TV on YouTube so bacho. Consistently free na fa Star Sports GH aha and the Z adwuma aha and the C BBA. Nyakopon other romanti afi for esimu any match e remu bosumi we mu no. Yakọ anim medical kan say ekwa bia so no betimi ade other varieties but next week be the very same the best say next week until every other week be the Becca Sports near can very same Becca Sports edo be a Becca Sports no more depending on Ghana the qualification to the World Cup until e be di kombo pia for Ghana football but before then no me call run down on them answer na my main topic no so is AFCON really important? Is AFCON very important? AFCON is that important? With the whole world, how do they see AFCON? Omu AFCON said because you were AFCON, Africa, ye neighbor, and you were Copa America, and so Central America for as a neighbor, and you were a friend saying Copa de Oro, and also America for, and also a neighbor, and you were a America, and Canada, and only you know, but almost sometimes on both Copa America, depending on the year, and I feel so you were Euros, so Europe for so able, and you so Oceania, and so on that side. And so Asia for so omo there and a friend saying the whole world you know but remember the biggest continent crown Africa it is 54 countries yeah the no mum na we mo anka participation no edoso but AFCON no look at it say amafobi emu no ye be di nkomo e won say be ba nti ne me dey to ye bu say ho say is AFCON that important and nkomo ye be di ne bi no but before e be koso no ye di kan so na ehwe they say dede Morgan are you dede are you say obon homodi ye pa to be very honest le havre hono wono or certain she goes be a very interesting abante ne bon homodi we be say enu no does it warrant say also come back to here na blasters and I will say friend for this World Cup qualifiers na yes experience is very important maybe I come kwa kabaka say friend make ho because 25 players say the day you come there's nothing wrong with that as a matter of fact sana adena kokwe and to semenyo abante no bon homodi ye pe nyina ya we say abante say the England abante so the boy abante ne bon am say what attract interest from so many clubs including Chelsea, including Arsenal, including Liverpool. I mean even Man City crumple as say almost asate inquire about Antoine Semenyo who's a say you may be in the year we don't bon homodi a ubenya ho akatuapa ebi ne na abante wo bon homodi as say be oduri nti eno nyina ho ana the on say Ghana nya technical advisor anasa technical director I no Wilfred Schaefer German no waba bonte abeka say dey be America me say go no kura na so kefa na say as a coach na nkan he say be advisor kura na so ko onu na so go apply for the job ya farmer no dey go for Dubai wie na fi dey hunyansa agofa Wilfred Schaefer say o me technical advisor but o can say be eti e me tie ni here we say When Schaefer pledges to revive Ghana football after Black Stars AFCON failure. Indeed, also the other better or say on the since I need a hono uncle any mono dear. But making sure say obey me ya AFCON and qualify Uncle Morocco no. But making sure say obey revival Ghana football no. Near Queen yet me a possibility the next coming in a compa yet me Queen maybe crew and great magic because for the past 43 years Capi and you be that and also and once more and also and once more say that one no and I feel and to some also and I'm kind of saying the homebody bunty when you're man of the match or more FA Cup no more born Branty and about nobody pa and I say then Poli Branty ya kotoko fan ya oko hwe nim kwan the one second we say simply ya beto abonten say ukwa other journalists big can be bakokra de okoka ma say no wa basem I say Wallace okoka sem say abrante no okonu wi o say den okọ pie baby and okofo no one second ho no mkukuru de beto stadium ho and sim bi say ma IGP afra abrante no say o ma no bi na no say abrante no de akwa abonten say was apologize to Ghanaians asante kotoko any omu nyina say ono so no dia o de abeto abonten no but Sam Johnson so aka say bi Sam Johnson beka ya former blaster a striker obeka say bi nase mo kan de mijitum o say enebuka be lead to ya AFCON asem no so o say we a player no worry about injuries there and a blaster no me work. Don't even dare say obeba ye throw blaster na obeba so Bobby so who worry about injuries there. Don't even there. So, Baba. So, because I know they had you say Joseph Pencil, you know, and say, Bina, why a yikakra. They say they was a Robon Homody, na Waba Blaster, or Basso, or Bumikis, say, Ubenya more playing time in the Blaster setup. In Nike Coco Williams, Abranteno, Diagro Yepa, Diagro Papa, Abrante Bon Homody, Eviso, no, Omulusutu, Atletico, no, but before then, no. Matches on boy in Abrante she goes. Abrante and bon homodin. And also some and no ma or I say in kakai. Now back as one. Yunia a Kevin Prince Botting. She said they're on Ghana Blaster Hubium. And as a Ghana for Crown Fanan yet and Fanan contour and young quite. Into Abrantiano, they say Obonabra, Ewo Jama Bonte. So they say the coaching a Yuna, they say Uma or Odinagro. But Becca say already we believe say Ghana bit magic AFCON no. I say Ghana it's me and your local players so more. Now it's me groom more for a longer period of time. What's the same way we can last week? Also they say Kevin Prince Botting saying the same thing. Or say country biano. Omu making sure say omu players na omu bo omu league no. Or say England no nyina say players in Spain. We are all out here Spain. Almost omu players in about 99% and omu nyina bo omu local league bakuma Rodri no bakuma be the bubble outside the league no beka ho say na dey ntie Brazil same thing Brazil no players no more but most of the time so no they make sure say local players no be good no so no they groom them in because sank of no benya every time every coach bia no benya local players every time because kromo also ti kromo until you can monitor them, you can watch them, you can put them together every time you league no break bia no better put them together. Now what to me I'm about 1 or 2 friendly matches be now why assess one more and then a bit to me we do taxes no grab start if you and the other ones if you am na neighbor do be shemu a na no matimi akoye and the ono so na small kan no Kevin Prince Boateng yes mo kan me ditum na me believe say ni kwan so ano no the papa small kan no no kre and the so Ghana they serious say be say AFCON no dia and the momode na you making sure say if you local players no so na ye ngrumo mu ye say the last week me kai no Bolivian anya juma you don't lose anything. When and work here you don't lose anything, you still have your foreign players or hostel. You can always call on them. And you know what is the problem? When the Ghana try something different. We've been trying this for the past year and see a year. And the end who you say better son of Macacra. No matter what you may. I won't come up and they say no Ghana, yeah, but me from here no we leading into the AFCON. AFCON because AFCON African Cup of Nations. Africa na one continent no. You have 54 countries now. 54 countries no. You create tournament. Ama ye say 54 countries no. You be both qualifiers. Se be chim. Near about qualifiers 4 teams in each group. West Africa, Central Africa, whatever, North Africa, no be there. See, you born no man qualify no. 2 teams from each group. Now, your baby shim. Ewo a crow be choose say omle be host sa tournament no. Say the next year almost Morocco no. Nti you could share ho na ya bo group stages. Nti group stages so 4 teams in each group. You say no 24 teams before less than that, but almost increasing to 24 teams. Nti right now no say go do wa mo am be free group stage no 2 from each group. No more second round. Mo bo so a near a knockout stage nti mo amba woni a second round no or each group no mo go share more round 8 which is the semi final quarter finals. Now if you mo semi finals, now if you mo finals and the win no or ultimate winner for the AFCON. Tisana you can AFCON African Cup of Nations. Ghana I win him 4. In the past no the last time I win in 1982 and I call a friend saying Ivory Coast as a defending champions. Ghana 1984 you win 82 and you call Ivory Coast as defending champions 1984. You could do one your group stage anyway yana man for believe we say Nancy Pena you call AFCON group stage to qualify 1984 as defending champions you can't qualify your group no Ivory Coast Boake TV disaster in Boake so makaya Boake disaster na say no Ghana did not qualify qualify for the group stage even though we were the defending champions. You are winning 82 2 years later na you call you know and we had all the best players players in the by only problem near and that coach Afrani coach Ika Afrani and he said you could do that tournament international Ghana yeah for the 4 lessons in no left for some because we couldn't even have one player not right only Francis Kumi because Francis Kumi no both legs see Francis Kumi about 7 because you know the club level no about 7 plus the about level because no both legs and you need me use no that side what I say eti uhemo players e dey mo ko ni nyina no omunya left na kofi bedu one every one of them where any omunya lefties they don't go na players no stars I mean who can stars top Ghana players at the time but you call you know for some reason you can't qualify for the group room but the only difference between that time and this time they say this time no I am qualify for the group room you team win the game you see you call Ivory Coast you can't qualify for the group stage but I don't know I worse because we couldn't win a single game we lost and draw that's it losses and draws and it's me you call Cameroon same thing we couldn't win any single game what I say but Boake no Ivory Coast they take the 4 no even though we did not qualify from the group stage we won the game it just say yet progress into the second round that's the difference between then and now into obi meka and say oh send any a big accident but see but difference is that this time no we cannot win the game yet win the games this is when for safer as revival Ghana football na yet me ko animu dia e kwa ba so no mo be no so I take advisor na me advisor no man say on show local league no more any local players no o monitor o normally players in kasa normally class in so kasa na o put players together na and working on them na say yakonya na break biaba international break biaba na invite foreign players no they ma blend it and me can last week say Balon you bet me about home and away matches local players based in Kumasi and then foreign based players based in Accra you bet me about home and away games just for your inclusion that is where Ghana you bet me the best 11 now say near the edi any amount for performance on Balon amano nko ade a e be asia ne be because and as I'm just say kind o say ufi say who worry about injuries and you remember blast akra because so many players, you know, right now they worry about they worry about injuries. Oh, and our clubs also know. So say look, we don't even know what the clubs are telling them. African players, you don't know what the clubs are telling them. Jegen Club, I can say me once ago. Look at this amount for referee. Until now, Jimmy Carragher go cast as we na come say, no come David no. Jegen Club can say already on African players because the reason is say African players no more bomb more deeper no more idea. Time a league, you know, ban ending no after the boy AFCON. Remember, near boy AFCON a winter time. So it is that time, you know, now a league, you know, everybody amount for a fighting relegation, a business fighting for the champions, you know, a big fighting for top 4. Now best players, you know, at that time, you know, Salah, Sadio Mane, any Thomas Partey, any other players and more. Now I feel now any Mikel Obi, I feel never someone that don't AFCON. As our teams no atosinity, or more players teams now, only African players no, they will have advantage over them. See, Jurgen Klopp was worried about that. No, as same way Pep Guardiola, the same thing. That is why he didn't fancy African players. Usha and Neil Crampo, the team now, players are blast nobody's from Africa. No from Dokunum from Belgium, no idea. It's a because who can pure African player, they never told us here. I never know, I never know boy, Amadielu, Man United, we don't know because of a ball. I never know Luisa Echo, no way, now Nicolas Pepe, oh, Sanomano, I have 31 more according to Jurgen Klopp to us, Wakada. In the contest of AFCON somewhere, and Unkuma Ebedi, and a hop in a freeba. It's in Yadia, as in Wanga Crack Kabida. It's Sadio, I have 30 into Dubery. And Africa decided to say you may change your schedule to favor the foreign based players. We tried it. You tried all year and work it. You call even year. Near even there about all year. So they are a bit more your foreign based players, you know. And those one work it. And Omi and Sanity there. And your messages are then they call summertime. So they are and Euros, you know. And they Copa America at the same time, no international break. We are boarding at the same time. But Africa for some says that time, no, so Africa, so the rainy season, and so you're serious, Africa. See, what the tournament they say, why June, July, and why now, I'm going to say, and oh, and I'm try, and I'm saying, because of East Africa, you go tournament or what? Now, say a rainy season, and you're serious, you can't rain and flood in there. How can we play tournaments? And then Africa for you say WWE. Yet me need Euro for Nechi. Engoye no maybe MY and the players, no, and the whole continent. In Jebesa created them. And then they are back to the even year until Morocco, Yako this year. Akobo. And after and so Bono the same time, no, you know, January Honokono. That's and then the boy Africans and only man say, oh, yeah, Africans, they did say, and the boy. And no, and I go first and can say, I bet was they say. They say, as some of that one, I never knew me and nobody come Munya button mutim ye, but before I make us no, but what they say video, mammy. Say page, mammy. Minister no pay because sorry, fine, but Munya was a video no. Say page, mammy. But what they na pushing. Then quenimu. When I'm telling, but what they na they say page, you know, nothing so subscribe, mammy. Nothing so we are what hit a notification bell so. Say the bear video be a drop send me, you know, because maybe live shows. Now, I told you now, so Sakabi. So, the channel. And he said, what was that? Oh, join me, so. Bomodia, not frame me. Oh, 571 383 9241. 571 383 9241. The door is open. We better come home. Our life say, me, I said that when the gym was over, but the frame in any come up. Now, if I'm that program, so now in 5 June because you're taught to Juna, you're quite new. After so, better so. And you comment so about our conversation. I say, so link now. The link below. No, but we the comment so about number show skin so. And I say, yeah, my can was him. I'm a month or so. And I for so the ATV. This page, you know. Now with the mobile so I can on Zoom and say, you know, you're not quitting because April, you 1 year. Let me tell you, your first investment, you know. You be make yourself be put no be together. Now if you head baby e wo, any baby yes and so there. You ko enim. You be ko enim niam, you be ko enim pa to be very honest. Me no, e be do be crampo no. Me akasa no together na me te ha no. Sooner or later I'll be moving to Ghana anyway. So when that happens now, I'm trying as much as possible to build up a beautiful and make a secure studio in Ghana. Both Kumasi and Accra, I said the program a bit my team na because me call Ghana. This is what I want to do anyway. Inti momo dia na na you make sure say you bit me boom because I won't and I mean baby wo and I bit mama sesini enya enaya so one am wa yetimi ko anim. By the way, enti bomodia na share na subscribe mama ni enko anim ye hit 7,000 and over ni enko by April ending 1 year anniversary no na say ye hit 10,000 subscribers and kebe me de papa kebe ni je kese ama ye session no me microphone no me adwuma ene me engineers ni me producers now they'll be very happy because then we know say you're doing a good job. Because say enti sa dia masa akrapu ye be ko anim enti mu mo de na mo wane ko anim. Anyway, enti say the ama question we know are very a little bit interesting and say Jamie Carragher was a ex player, Liverpool player. Ubeka so a legend. I don't know how I'm not for be say who so a legend and so on a legend. Because I say we're a pundit right now. For CBS sports, any idea? Any Sky Sports because do cut sports most of the we analysts for how to make or can any idea. Now Abrante Jamie Carragher say over Champions League ni idea na odimo kote pa Terry Henry no ene Michael Richards no mni idea omutimi analyze games ene normal mani anike yie pa. He is very interesting person, but okana juni na okon make statement bi on say send me do make ye no me ka wasem, but before then on say Mohamed Salah Mo Salah our free Egypt Abante no born homody when it comes to football for the since OPMO Liverpool. This guy has been consistent. Yeah, no call drop off no. Yeah, drop off no crowd was like last year in the bit like I said he dropped off a little bit. This guy keep playing, less injuries. He's never injury prone. Every week in the week at the year, this guy is playing. Now the contribution towards Liverpool, he's like the low worker. On the Liverpool team no right now. Before it was him and Sadio Mane. Sadio Mane is not there anymore, but it is him, Mohamed Salah today. Now where are few ball Abrante ball. Say by far, you bet like I say. He's the best player in Europe. For that matter, they all well. Because Ocean numbers are abundant in the Kuta. Say this year in Kuwait. And Liverpool are leading the league, English Premier League by 13 points. Even though their closer rival, which is Arsenal, has a game in hand, but still, even if Arsenal win that game, it will become 11. It becomes a 10. And they have 10 games to go. They almost say 30 points is a lot. But the way they are playing and the way our league in this economy, any teams are both teams are facing. You can make the argument say Liverpool probably will never lose 5 games in a row. It means I don't see how Liverpool is going to lose 5 games, even 4 crumple. And I don't see how Arsenal is also going to win. But I don't see how Arsenal is going to win the whole 10 games in Accra. They will have bumps here and there. Especially today now, Omuni strike Accra. It will be very, even though they have players like Saka, Martinelli coming back, which is a boost for them. But still, you don't have a firepower about diamond because on game against Nottingham Forest midweek Nottingham Forest for coach, you know. Okay, he didn't play back five because he knew that Arsenal don't have no firepower until he knows through. So he played the regular back four. And they contain Arsenal very well. They play low block and they succeeded in having a goalless draw. And because they know if Arsenal has a complete striker, he has to play back five because then it will be very dangerous. Ubakaya reverse feature no in Emirates, you know, Arsenal beat them by 3-0. This time around, technically, no, he saw say Arsenal is not a threat when they're coming forward, and it's true. Maybe it's very difficult for Arsenal to catch Liverpool where they are right now. And if they win the Premier League, and the numbers are Mohamed Salah quoted is saying, you can argue today, say if you compare him to any other player in the world today, he is by far Balon d'Or winner. I'll say the man straight ahead from here. Because this guy already has 25 goals in the EPL alone. 25 goals in the English Premier League alone. And no more 10 games to go. See, by projection, no crampono. I'm say by his worst cry from the next 10, you know. Obedna added 10 more goals. Sebasa, Obedna 35 goals. By projection, they believe say he can get 35 goals. So if that happens, we're beating Thierry Henry and another player, Alon Mukuta, 29. So if that becomes the case, then is there any challenger? No. And we come to assist. And so assist is also 18. Assist. And also by projection, also almost say if the train keep going the same way, over 35 goals, that means assist and also over 30. I will assist one. And that also between the same theory and if you put 30 and 35 together, Obenya 65 goal involvement in one single league season. Only in the EPL, when you all competition, we're talking about EPL alone. And now they are also in the Champions League. So just imagine, say, Liverpool moment to be a Nimpo. Now, Champions League goals in there, they cry, the family car, say, what should be a couple of them. And assist, he has also. To say, at the end of the year, no, Nurses, Omuko do semi-finals as Liverpool, which they're capable of getting there. Even Crambo, they're capable of winning the whole Champions League this year also. So much important to do semi-finals. The performance and the numbers, you know, goal contribution is a better boom the whole year, every year, saying the league, Champions League, Carabao Cup, and now they are also going to play Carabao Cup finals. Liverpool. And the Carabao Cup also it's like it's something magic Cup. And they are still involved in the FA Cup as well. And all the 4 fronts that go for fighting, some to me a winning two poor. Now Mohamed Salah, in all competitions, the numbers could go past 70 something. This is where we are. But still, Jamie Carragher say, Enumpono, a bad thing, say Mo Salah. A bit many Balon d'Or. And more pen and say okay, and they say our chance also to increase his numbers because AFCON, AFCON no bemu. Mohamed Salah is going to the AFCON, but the AFCON also Okodia. Send a number boostino. Now with me for surely, and a bit more guarantee no. So about winning Balon d'Or. If you Jamie Carragher no say AFCON no cry dey move on to oh we need AFCON no cry dey do more baby ya. So betimi win it there also betimi win Balon d'Or they also win Champions League no. Then AFCON. Aha and mama for P koko apai. Aha and ama they are raising a big of question about to the whole world right now. And Africans no be believe we say I'm not for being move AFCON no. I'm not for being move Africans. But utie nasem na oka ye no mu no obacha abechechim. Na obacha no mabim. And was say yenhwe Vinicius Junior last season. Vinicius Junior, everybody was fighting for him to be the Balon d'Or winner. He could do Rodri. But yenhwe Vinicius Junior, the numbers, any baller or boy, it was all about the La Liga and Real Madrid J. Or all about the Champions League on Musa J. And he said, if these two competitions, and Vinicius Junior, and when he and I'm every Arabia around the world was saying he deserved to be the Balon d'Or winner. Also, Vinicius Junior or call a Copa America, it was a disaster. Brazil, he didn't perform. He was even the worst. All the players on Masambo or Brazil, Vinicius Junior was the worst. But still, everybody around the world, including coaches, including fans alike, were pushing for him to be the Balon d'Or winner. Why? And nobody was say if Mohamed Salah was a Brazilian, Kalas in Kwano, and then 2 seasons ago, okay, Tama Yerema Messi the last time. That year, no Mohamed Salah numbers in the Brazilian but they demand Messi because who they share be a Messi free bar. Now share be Mohamed Salah a free bar. This is what he's trying to say. Because if you look at African players now, Obia could do point B at the end of the day, no. They don't mind say BBC African Best Player of the Year. Neither African player, no. Share Sadio Mane. That time, no, your man African Best Player, no. BBC and the African Player of the Year, no. That is, you know, he could have easily so called Brazilian, called European. Or for France, Konya Balon d'Or. I'm telling you the truth. Yaya Toure, the time now or your demand African best player, no? You can easily become the Balon d'Or and I say FIFA men's best footballer of the year. At least ne Balon d'Or no FIFA men's best player of the year. And you say Mohamed Salah also lost it that year to Robert Lewandowski. Even though his numbers were far better than Lewandowski, but the year and so now could a chance Mohamed Salah to win a so Karim Benzema. Karim Benzema, he didn't perform, he didn't play for France because that time no France for you from team. See, national team didn't help him there. It was all about Real Madrid winning the league and winning Champions League. And Karim Benzema became Balon d'Or winner. That year, Luka Modric, men's player of the year. So, if you look at the trend now, I don't think say Jamie Carragher is saying anything different. Just say the whole see can and a platform can and I'm a man for me. But let's be real, we African here. Now when you football more, just put yourself down there and know. Michael say no na dey na he bomb pa. Kanu nom near there. Eto. The remember African best footballer. I won't say a man, a FIFA men's player of the year and put that. Play for Barcelona, winning everything. And yet they only give African player of the year. And Jamie Carragher so all can. They just imagine. Second, Mohamed Salah was a Brazilian and a European. Then the conversation is different. And who to me, you know, he's correct. He's 100% correct. But I didn't know how can. Ebia or can sano and I'm for be bofu and I'm for say he doesn't respect the AFCON. The AFCON is a competition which is far better than Copa America. Yes. Look at me to say Copa America so if you would mean a 2-1 AFCON any teams any players are perform to apart from now I come on make a crowd here. We Brazil and Argentina free more. Teams like Canada, Paraguay, and Uruguay, and Medina, Samoa. But when it comes to Africa, the likes of Cameroon, Ghana, Nigeria, Egypt, Tunisia, Algeria, Morocco, you know, the competition is tough. And these players are playing at the top level in European football. What does it say? When it comes to that level, they are in United States. Any AFCON, Edimu, SA Copa America, now most some of the, you know. But who they minimum be casting me? Said okay, no, would you two man into tomorrow? That's fine. Ubia wono na dwenchire, and Ubia nso ewo. They also okay bia, but the any team ye, yen can say. If you say one, because I was such a ball. As I you say, we no man. What we say? Brazilian player be. I rejected Brazil over club Eda. Say Brazil ko ball Copa America. Your friend was say already on na the club no very important fake injury into your uncle. Brazilians would die for the national team other than their club. Brazil say before the national team nobody losing the contract on the club. He will do that. Argentina, have you ever seen one? No. Even Maradona at his worst, they were still calling him and he on it. Messi and Ney, or the husband bed required Fena, he will try to honor that international call. What does he say? Cristiano Ronaldo, Portugal. What was a Portuguese player? I rejected national call. It was an English player. I rejected national call. The only player I beat my account in recent times in any Ben White. But Ben White case, you know, it was a case of Ntokwa misunderstand about to management at the time, no. In the cover, I say or rejected or and you say yeah, he rejected them because of a club and I catch and say Uko be prayer and I be binti. No, it was just because it was personal and he thought say it wasn't healthy for him to be part of the team. See, and they understandable. We all understand that part. And they're different. But when it comes to international international football now, these players always would die to go to the Euros, would die to go to Copa America, would die to go to America, Copa de Euro. They would die to go to other tournaments around the world. But when it comes to the African players, so that the club can, so the this guy Pep Guardiola can, so the as I work so cast and time ago no, and because when it comes to African players, when they even call them to go for qualifiers, they have a reason not to show up. Joe Matip, the year no now a Cameroon for Ehosu in Cameroon as a Cameroon player, international player. He refused to honor the national call because of Liverpool. Yes, because he was scared. So going be or lose the position because club acts as him. And at the back of his mind, no, he decided not to honor the national call. This is the difference. So if it's that good and that important, why are our players rejecting our national teams? For Nigeria, same thing. Players to Bogato, they won't play. Then come to Ghana and put recently, yeah, Thomas Partey rejected and said so many 8 players didn't want to play for the African qualifiers. They don't want to go to the AFCON. Almost qualifying for no players need find a reason to pull out from the competition. Yeah, it would be. It is a AFCON. How do you think the whole world? Also be feeling about the AFCON. Who know Adelia Odiano? Who do him tia? To who feel said the hotel and chance of heading. This is where we find ourselves. Jamie Carragher has a winner. Maybe one. Where Bronino Awe ayinti ene won kan amafo ntiase. Wo say we ka African journalist bi ana say makesi ko kan ana say abedipe ko kan obabi ana say eyefen say Raja Maje ene ko kan obabi ana say eto ene ko kan obabi a ka semo ikebe issue ana. No. But because we broni no pundit na okasa amafo tinti no okaye no obi abuofu ama say players na ma woni African Cup of Nations no ade fact inakuta Sadio no nomni ade chuja pictures ade Barcelona say is as equally important as the Euros no normal, which is fine. I can agree with that, but may ni feel the fact say yen kasa na ebu ade nimtia yen dey cause ye criticize ade no yen come on muka say players eba na affect your club performance no. You try to change the schedule you fit into the white man's schedule. Enti asema na woken who feel say UEFA no obe change here to fit Africans because of players. No. For the Copa America, they will change to fit the Europeans. No. But Africans, we change, try to fit into Omudienum. Ti who say, yeah, Kasano, you respect this idea and say, a number one, the Papa Maya. You better say, yeah, Sana. You see, I'm out for Muyan being near maybe. Young Kasano, you respect the idea. Name making sure, idea no, you're cranny. Adie no ye promote ni ye ya brand ni ye yan kasa yenya pride wa adie no ne empage adie no famo yebo say the ye kasa we are black and proud absent ne black man believe say he is better than everybody else no say na say AFCON no so you holding high, you making sure say this is our tournament, this is for us and we are holding up to it and we respect it, we love it, and it's better than any other tournament around the whole world. This is how we should go forward treating our AFCON. Yes. Well, Masara, maybe Arsenal or Liverpool, I don't care. But being an African and the performance are quite I can never shy away from it. Mean Kase, Egypt and that's why Liverpool, I don't care. The guy is doing wonderfully good. What the numbers are he's putting out there, no, it's unreal. Look at his age. Age is woman crying out warriors at the you are hitting 30 plus, and look at what he's doing in the world of football, especially in EPL where it's much physical. This guy is still breaking every record. What do you expect? What do you expect? Because so we are African here. Apart from Singapore, or winning that time, look at I'm telling you the truth. That time, no, that competition in there as it is today. And there, footballers are also no. But any club this year, who name it? Who can remember that? Which player? And how many Rafinha, Barcelona, and I want to know about number 2. Say we sell a few Rafinha, what numbers? And I don't know. The next team so to me every as a bit anyone say Omode and Balon remember no na yefama Mohamed Salah. I'm telling the truth. Share Lord this can now listen this will be. What numbers have they produced this year? Vinicius Junior no now mo this year. I didn't pound on my. Just tell me if in Liverpool almost Champions League in the crown more ball. They were leading the group. And this is the reason why they were leading the group. So even the share club level, no crapona, we beat you be around the whole world. Who has that numbers? Nobody. You know, so Elihan and go a natural strike and put the numbers, you know. I call it BT. Mohamed Salah BT sa numbers ni na. You know, I tell for only I for am me na. Young Africans, you know. I will say to me I respect him near to me e hu say ade we sum yebo si I first no man no anya adwuma obie ni wi ase a obe respect ye da na advantage America ga I mean say he doesn't respect Africans. He does. He made a comment and rightly so because me them believe say as no kind no and ne kwanza no waka no because yeah kasa no America players are bobo ni be with good numbers. At the end of the day, they only give them African best players. BBC best player of the in Africa. That's it. Yeah, funny. Can't wear stage in form count. So if you got Balon d'Or, no cry them from men's best footballer of the year. No cry. They didn't win on. Yeah, to name them top players in our generation. Yeah, time in so many of them. At the Bayon, look, so many good players. Friends, Obama, they only give them the Africa. They don't even include even the short list. Crown they compare Balon d'Or and say FIFA Men's Player of the Year. You do any drop of That's so sad. That is so sad. I didn't quite say you don't want to know a play part and one casano no football career because then your fault because no Nakasi and go to Egypt, then Nakasi and go to Ghana, then Nakasi and go to Cameroon. But about say but the reason nation of Mabisa, a reason nation of Mabisa, when you go pass them and then you be a destiny be a sana dinner. Nipa TV as no much some no man no say you be favor in Kufu over this people. Sana that way. We have to do with Yami or Bonsama now. We are the Nipa the sending that transit and I say Sana more in at all. So I'm interested in it. And this is what they want to do, and this is what they want it to happen. And also at the end, America and then the first time, and that's how home put that. Now subscribe ya, but more subscribe mommy. Now in the video am I so yeah hit it. Of late we'll be hitting like 1,000 to 2,000 views, but before no, it starts audition near 4,000 over and the video yeah hit it 5,000 views, mommy. Because the one share it will know. It's a share you beat me do some numbers no. Medical and then the me waiting time because of the fact that me come back and yet the time in the time nakasa no 2 to 3 American Eastern time 2 o'clock. But then me 10 to 11 because I say me free 11. That's why me free studio by 11. Until me and sano. But me nakasa me time no 2 to 3 American Eastern time every Sunday be ya. But next Sunday no me try be move because me person be skip any program no. And they make consumer program so and you know because of noise in the church and also 1 week observation into na I say me winning them into advice never and say when you them the video they say we are at how of course into say on sakabi na we are now so pushy what share na ekwa nimu ni ntimi kwa ni ntimi nyini ni nya ba pagina na edi nkomo a ebebo ayin ba yebeto so na yahwe Ghana for the state of Ghana football so baby akwakudu na say me say amafo eka about Honorable Kofi Adams, the sports minister. Na amafo asema mo kan o menti Ghana for biase say odi ehwamo na sports minister no onye hwe obai nenga osenka we strong on the FA ba obai na so relax na enoma enkoyie no e da so koso ketekakuri nkofo e da so ye do moye na then sports minister say look sports minister no on running football in the country. Now let's get it straight. Sports minister from the Ministry of Youth and Sports, and I say Ministry of Youth and Recreation, you know, this minister does not run football in Ghana. And Ghana FA, GFA, I'm going to run football in Ghana. They organize the leagues, they organize international games, they do all that. The only time a sports minister no one for solo, the ministry has become like a check and balance between say FA no running football now, I'm running the same. Since I'm running the year, they check them out. And I feel so almost so and I'm looking at this car and them FA no running football. Until I'm going to say you can say executive branch bisa. It is a located powers, to this football people to run the football. And if nobody in Korea, that is all it is. Until only the sports minister until say nobody so bad. And I know in Korea, and nobody must step in and no crampono. On to me in court direct. And like I say, no one Korea into you may ready. I sack you. I take you out of this one, and I say you are not part of this or you are not part of that. No, this is not. So let me tell you. Sana de no awakoye enye time ono as a first sports minister no o be gina na because we for no wa benti no na wako osema sake the whole FA any obi FA ho without any plan and without any case against them. Also you have to make a case and send it to FIFA. Let FIFA also analyze it because FIFA no omo institution omo dia and omo even though they are there for Ghana no but FIFA omo nyina say FIFA say enya Ghana nko all the FAs around the whole world omo nyina go by the same rule rule bia FIFA dey to wa omo nyina go by it intinye Ghana nko na be ka say bia Ghana dey you bet me say that rule for every FA in every country sana dey tie enti say omo say uyi omu free wa ana omu ana say the whole Ghana no ye nyina ka bom say ye mpe omu enti vote of no confidence this we have to have a petition. We have to file a petition right so the former sports minister no now on presenting to the FIFA say go for ya omu ayi omu say omu na omu di Ghana so na e football mu no omu na omu state omu criteria omu say you have to be a club owner to enye ne ehishama omo na kwose omo de na anum no omo yibako abaye enti se onye club na you can never be a FA president sade no enye ready to ho enti empe enti Ghana fo nyina sa mo mpe sade no enti eniti ye pese yi omo free ho enu de regularly so na ko FIFA ho omo tese ampa ade go fo yi Kenya sa wo na no omo ho kwan ne de yi omo free ho ne ye represent omo the right people and I say ya to ababa. So then makan so many times. Say every stakeholder be should have a one vote, Sa pepe, naka ye the rightful person to lead Ghana. And I say appoint to be a Ghana for United Teams is a bente we, but then lead Ghana football. Yeah, appointing no a chance no or the echo anymore. And then say go for ya omoboy bro every day in and out. Omoboy bro, say match in the way. They have more work qualifiers. Say any a child and evermore. They say Otuado only coach, whether we like it or not. Now, Winifred Schaefer, and so and second advisor. They say, yeah, but the way I'm call out, or a yamai, continental a breaking a bar, in the next week or so. Now, it's a breaking the better call out, place a mobile. Any hint, say Thomas Partey, it will go honor this time. The day you maybe he'll be called, maybe not. But Captain armband and they say I go create issue. Ebiem na Ghana captainship no kwa nim at the cry and what's our captain same we are. The beer go create confusion. Ghana nyina captain. Before it wasn't like that. Before then this had that. Ghana bless our ground, but there was a time now a friend saying we had a captain for 3 years and then Abdul Razak was the general captain. No problem. Yeah, you may manager better captain that look. Yeah, I have so many captains. Has them tell me I have a captain blaster before. There was no issue. Ebedru 90s ni mo ampa ebedru abedi pele ne kwasiapia no mko time so na dey problem up to today. I carry on believe that time. Until say Thomas Partey can point blank. Or say call up no friend na obaba. Abebo. But Captain Amba pa there. Munyi film. Somebody captain be a man there and then o makra. So on the ball. No born my Ghana near Quenim. Near qualify for the World Cup. But captain there. Transporter can 100%. Actually to Ado. FM paying for say I don't want to hear captainship. I don't want to know. Say don't know obi any ho. Na come come park so Saban amban me for more. There's a reason. Oh no reason tell okasa asem. Wa boda no onim. Cause our captainship way a conference MP say spiritual, say physical, say nobody even know. It has become a problem for Ghana football, especially the Blasters. It's Thomas Partey. I believe he's done the right thing. You film also on the captain of the way. They say almost say Jordan Pierre Ayew will be the captain. So Niwa, I'm like a assistant. The friend saying Jiku. And also I go raise another controversy because Mohamed Kudus recently no boss a man captain no ama and once by Emma coach Otuado e unifi so onye no ho but onye no wa Jiku enye no ho Kudus came into Blaster 2019 Jiku by 2021 2 years after enti say ye kan seniority crampo no a e ba ne say na say Jordan ni wa odi koma Jiku obra Kudus see enu say so akwa another problem and the jerseys that's another problem. They say Kudus or Blaster no ye nyina Kudus no say number 20 recently yeah they Emma no omo number 10 no jersey na ama they say almost akolo they almost say Ghana pa they enkwara some away ni so too much after the Kudus for number 10 jersey number ento no go for the 20 no so say and so dey da enya adwuma ne enya adwuma china number 10 jersey no fan to one on fan to china maybe they want to call back the day and the day will have the day Oba also say number 10 what you go say dey jersey ya Mohamed Kudus say also and no power be say no way into finish her. You see say number 10 jersey we so I create problems that ama you cry some time ago omo dey my event say Kuya Samoa emo reject Kuya Samoa jersey was number 20 ya Kudus echi Obaka ya on the 10 man no reject no sakofa in the number 20 now Kudus so ever say 20 or no so you the 10 man also no reject that or 10 no be say you know so another problem that was the see Kudus croy omo fast you know ama no but say no be number 3 Jikuzu ni wa you be the captain but Jesse no so Musi won sign for no so esanto nti and this is star boy onu kra na kan say kam kra no mo pe bi kra pempa kakra because this guy he can do the unthinkable. Why is it Mohamed Salah of Egypt Salah say so as I say for Ghana Mohamed Kudus I'm telling you he can single-handedly carry Ghana forward. Of course, your other good players, Thomas Partey, your Jordan, your if I'm saying Inaki Williams and tot other players, Antoine Semenyo, they are all there. Nobody's fighting for nothing. Now, Thomas Partey, I respect you for this because sir, captainship now was 77 penny. I salute you because I never walk around me boy because Ghana responsibility be no crime. I don't know why people are fighting for the captainship of Ghana because no cry no and cry about who net him the as a modern look at what they did to him. You know, the only people be a captain and nobody even say anything unless him to make captain cry Steven Appiah and John Mensah no make captain but nobody even knew they were captains. Even cry Olele that's no captain team leader. You know, but I know there was no any idea but recently when it comes to the outfield players now the problem has become problem. Yeah, it started from Kosapia and Abedipele. And Abedipele man also someone the controversy. I don't know what that captainship will do for your career as a Blaster player. Meaning, say no more any place in the history there. I can't tell, but this is where we are. I thank you all very much for showing up. And now what be video no medical camp but what they are share page mami. Na share video no nyenko animu. Nyenko animu. And everything my boy. One subscribe so na bombo dey na subscribe me. Net me animu. E win cigar near Star Sports GH. And then me bantem 10 to 11 because my dika can baby call. So I have to be here as early as possible but studio center my very no one them. By next week there be back. Back to normal time 2 to 3. But next week we'll be back. Angel Sports. Next week, I promise you all, I don't care whether Ghana is playing what or whatever. Any word of football, I come this week. We can our home. Abroche aware ehusem ene ebeka. Eno ma bi e koso amano ne. Yem ma ene member aware. Kwase bu ewum. Ene eno ma bi e koso a emwan no. Eno ene ebedi nkomo. Nti munya asute na munshare me next week. Ebedi nkomo. We don't know say God bless you all. I thank you very much for listening. We will be back next week. Thank you and God bless you all. Yaba maybe Star Sport G8. Please subscribe